Welcome to this 14-minute short video introduction to the mobile VivoLead app. In this video presentation, we will show you all the basic steps and how to operate the mobile app. The first thing that you are presented with once you open the app is this login screen. At the very top, you have to enter your email address and the belonging password that has been sent to you in the email from your administrator of this system, typically a marketing coordinator or your marketing manager. Once you enter these details, you just have to press the continue button below to jump to the next step. In here you will have to select a trade show for which you would like to register clients on. And from the drop-down list you can select any kind of shows that has been entered for you in the web system of VivoLead, and then you can just pick whatever trade show you like. In this case we will select the Anuga Food Fair 2017. Press the continue button to move on. Now you will get to this screen here where it says no clients found, and this is because we haven't started registered any clients yet. At least you will see here up at the top we don't have any unsynchronized clients, whereas this tab here is a number of synchronized leads that we already have made before. So if I press this button up here to the right, you will now see that I have a number of leads that I have already registered within this mobile app. The green letter icon over here to the right side indicates that there has been sent a confirmation mail to that specific lead, whereas the orange letter icon indicates that this confirmation email is still missing for that specific client. If you press the trash bin over here, you will of course delete this entire customer registration. So be careful of this, but you will also get a warning saying that if you delete this, you cannot recover this lead. At the very top you can see we have a filter up here, as well as we have a lead count. So in this case I have been registered 56 clients so far. If I press the filter button over here to the right, I can now actually go in and actually filter on a number of criteria. In this case I can filter on country, so if I choose Denmark, you will now see that all my leads are coming from Denmark. You can see it down here. I can actually also go over here and specify a date. I can sort company name from A to Z in alphabetical order, and I can also do the same alphabetical order for countries. So if I press this one, I will now get a new list where everything has been sorted in company name in alphabetical order, starting with A, B, D, D, and so on. So this is quite easily to use, and you just get rid of the filter menu by pressing this filter button again, and then it disappears. The way to register a new client is rather simple. You will just have to press the plus button up here in the top right corner, and let's do this now, and then you will get into this screen here. In here you can see that we have 6 tabs up here at the top. We have a contact button, we have an interest button. The interest button is all your product categories that comes from the web system of VivoLead and who has been entered by your VivoLead administrator. The next tab we have is detail. In here you can specify a number of things for your client. We have a notes area where you also can insert some small notes and even some small pictures as well. And finally we come to the media section, where you can select a number of brochures that also in this case has been inserted into the VivoLead mobile app by your VivoLead administrator online. And the same goes for web pages as well as for digital files. And finally we have an action menu at the very right end of the screen, and in here you can, by pressing the first button here, make a confirmation mail where you include all the different kind of things that we have been discussing with the client about, and the belonging product catalog that you have selected for this specific client. But why don't we just do a customer registration right now so you can actually see how simple it is to operate. So let's go back to contact, and in here I can start typing a name just by pressing the field, and let me just pull in a name here now, and then a company name, and the belonging email address, and then finally I have to select a country, and in this case let's say this guy is from Australia, and that's it. These information that I have up here is the only thing that I actually need to save the lead and also be able to reply back to the lead with an email. You will notice that there is a more button down below here, and if I press this one I can even enter more details about this specific client. So if I would like to enter something here, I can just go in here now and put in his web address if I want to. There is another way that I can actually bring information into the mobile app, and this is by using the camera down below in the lower left corner here, the lower left side of the screen. And instead of typing all this information up here, I can actually automatically bring in this information from a business card. And to do this, I will just press this icon down here that will activate my camera on my mobile device. I have a business card here in front of me, and I can now just, for an optical image, I can just do it like this and hold the camera still and make sure that the photos is sharp and crisp. And once I believe this sharp and crisp, I can take the photo, press the use photo in the lower right corner, and I can even turn it into a horizontal position by pressing this button here. And once I press the OCR button, every other text from the card is extracted and inserted into these fields directly. And it takes about 10 seconds to do. We have a specific video on how to OCR convert business cards. That is really easy and it is straightforward. But let's get back to the registration here. The next tab we have is interests. I can now go in and tick off some of the interests that this client has been showing interest in. I can move on to the details area where I can specify the lead. Is it a manufacturer, a dealer, or a retailer? How big is the business potential? Do this client want my newsletter or sign up for this? Participate in my online surveys? Is it a new or existing client? What is the size of the company? How is the priority? How would I like to send information to the client? And would there be any urgent needs? I can also indicate that. And this is very important that you fill out all these specifications here, because this is very important for the future follow-up with a client. All this information you see here can actually be modified in terms to fit your exact needs, and this is something that you have to clarify with your VivoLead administrator. But this is a very flexible area and this can be customized in any way you like. Let's move on to the next tab, which is notes, and in here I can actually start typing some notes, any kind I like. I can even take a photo by pressing this camera button here. This will activate my camera. I can take a picture of my mouse and bring in that photo right into the mobile app, and I can even make a small comment here if I like. And the next tab I have up here to the top is our media, and in here I can select a number of brochures that I would like to send to my client. Say this one and this one. I would like to share this web page, and I would like to share this video. So now everything is registered about the client. So right now I can go to the action tab up here at the top right corner, and by pressing the first button here at the top, I can confirm everything in an email. So let's do this now. The first thing I am being prompted about is to select a language that I would like to reply back into my client in. And for now, we can actually reply back to customers in these five different standard languages that comes with the app. And for this demo, I'll just use English, press the save button. And what I can do now is actually I can copy one of my colleagues for this outgoing email. And this is a very neat thing because let's say that I meet a client but who is interested in another product area that I'm not responsible for, then I can just check off the person who is responsible for that area, and then he will be copied for this outgoing confirmation mail. So once this is done, I can press proceed, and now you will notice that the mobile app of VivoLead will automatically generate an email for me saying to the client, and I have this person as a CC. And in the subject it says, thank you for visiting us at the Anuga Food Fair. Dear Joan Smith, the name of the client, thank you for visiting us at the Anuga Food Fair 2017. We look forward to tell you what we can offer your business. And we have noted that you have particular interest into the following product categories. And then it lists the product categories that we ticked off in the mobile app. It continues down below saying, you can download, read or view all product information according to the links below, and then it includes the brochure that we picked for this client and have the belonging web link inserted as well. And it finishes the email saying we will urgently follow up on your interest and be available for questions. If you in the meantime have any questions from the received material, please feel free to contact us. We are looking forward to our future dialogue. And then it signs with your own personal information down below, your company name, your title. If a phone number was inserted, it would be here, the email address and the address of your company. And then finally it includes a general catalog, which is a feature that we have implemented so that if the client is not getting any kind of catalogs, he will at least get your general catalog. So the only thing that the sales guy or you have to do is to press the send button up here in the right top corner, and then off this mail ships right ahead to the client up here. But for this demo I'll just delete this mail, but I think you get the idea. So once this has been finalized, I can press the save button up here to the right. And then this item or this lead will go to the area saying leads not synchronized. And the way to synchronize the lead is just to press the arrows here at the right side of the screen. I can do this now. And you will now notice that this client disappears from this tab area, but it then shows up here as a very first client here. And you will also notice that it has a green letter icon indicating that the confirmation mail has been sent. So this is basically how VivoLead works in general. So it's very straightforward and it should be easy for anyone to operate. At the top left corner up here we have these three strokes. This will allow you to go into some settings area of the mobile app. Just go down here and press the settings area here. And in here you have a number of options for selecting a trade show. You can enter your details in here. You can upload even some media files directly from the mobile app. You can set the language. So if you don't want to run the app in English, you can choose any language you like. So for this demo, let's just choose Chinese. And I'll press the save button. And you'll now notice that everything in the app has changed into a Chinese language. So if I go back here and press home and go to my list here of leads and I press this one here, you will now notice that all of my labels and anything in the app has changed to Chinese letters. It becomes really clear once I press this area because now everything is in Chinese. But I think for this demo, let's go back here and change it back to English. So now we are back in English. So this is more or less the way that VivoLead operates. So I hope you find this very intuitive and straightforward. And in case you have any questions whatsoever, we kindly recommend you to take a look at our website, where we have our support area, where we have some more videos that we would like to show you, and you can take a look at them at any time. We also have a dedicated FAQ area, so before you start writing to us, please take a moment and look into our FAQ area, because I think probably your answer will probably also always be answered in here as well. But thank you for your time, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.